Now to the crux of it all. The father has recently moved to the town that we live in to be closer to his child, which I don't mind except for the fact that we live in an expensive area. The father finds a room to rent from someone and has found a job working about 20 hours a week. He refuses to buy a car and is constantly calling my wife for rides. When he wants to see their son, my wife has to drive him over to his house and then go pick him up later. Some days when he's off work he magically ends up at our house and we feed him and all of that. So it gets to the point where I feel like I am supporting this man because my wife is a stay-at-home wife, so I am 100% of the home's financial income. I have addressed this multiple times with my wife and she just says, "I know, but he's Richard's father and I don't want son to miss out on having a father," which I get, but I don't think I should be the one supporting him. So last night I talked to my wife again about the situation and I basically gave her 3 options. I told her she needs to talk to him and let him know that she's not going to be driving him around everywhere and he's not going to be eating at our house 3 nights a week and hanging out at our house. I offered to talk to him but she declined. She knows that I am very direct to the point and her ex is a sensitive man. She said that she doesn't want to compromise the relationship between her son and his father. Then I told her that the second option is her getting a job so she could spend her money on him. This is when she started to get mad and said I was being financially controlling. So I responded by telling her that her third option would be a divorce. I never yelled or even got upset. I'm just to the point where I'm not going to be supporting the father because he utterly refuses to do anything with his life. I love my wife and stepson, but I just think that is asking too much. Each time her ex called for a ride or showed up unannounced, it felt like a weight pressing down on me. I found myself growing increasingly frustrated with the situation, but my attempts to discuss it with my wife only seemed to lead to more tension between us. Then, one day, something shifted. My wife had finally reached her breaking point, realizing that she couldn't continue to enable her ex's behavior at the expense of our relationship. She talked to him but he got angry and he accused her of trying to control his life and limit his access to their son, and suggested that we give him our car because we are basically family. My wife was pissed and said that if he continues to do so, she has no choice but to file for sole custody. Ex went nuclear and attempted to get physical with my wife. I had to call the police and he was taken out of our property. We haven't filed for a restraining order and my stepson doesn't even seem to be bothered that his father was not visiting.